Mr. Rekos, thank you for coming.
No problem. And I wish you'd call me Peter.
I'm Robert. Thank you very much. Let's get comfortable.
Naturally, I'm curious. What's the urgency?
Well, Peter, you see, I have this rather suspicious nature. Perhaps you can help me.
I will if I can. What are you suspicious about?
I think there's a whole lot more to this World Exposition than meets the eye. Why don't you tell me exactly what's going on?
Frankly, I don't know why you'd be suspicious. The World Exposition seems to be self-explanatory.
And the one planned for Port Charles doesn't seem self-explanatory, at least not to me.
Why not?
Several reasons. Oh, sure, I'm aware that there's a big effort going on to distribute federal funds amongst local areas. But in this case, it just doesn't add up.
What doesn't?
A World Exposition here in Port Charles. To start with, this is a moderate city in upstate New York. Oh, sure, we have adequate ground and air transport to large centres. But we're hardly in the geographical heart of anything, and not even close to a large population centre either.
Those seem to be valid reasons to stage an exposition here, to stimulate the economy.
I don't agree. To start with, our economy isn't hurting. Not in comparison to about a dozen other places that could use the boost. I mean, if that isn't reason enough to say why Port Charles, I say why an exposition anyway, at least at this time.
Expositions serve many purposes.
Sure they do. Same as a World Fair, maybe a World Trade Center, perhaps a dozen other cultural exchange programs we have going on around the country at this particular point. Now, something you're not telling me here. Am I right?
Frankly, yes.
I knew it. Now, suppose you tell me exactly what's going on.
You understand, I'm not specifically authorized to explain.
Look, I can get you a security clearance without ever leaving this house.
No, I won't stand on ceremony. It's a judgment call on my part, and I see no harm in informing you. After all, you are the police commissioner.
And I'm asking a reasonable question in that capacity. Why a World Exposition here in my city?
There is an underlying purpose for holding the exposition here. It overrides all other considerations.
What is it?
The exposition will introduce a vitally important discovery by the United States.
What sort of a discovery?
Something that could benefit the entire world.
That's rather a strong statement.
But an accurate one. Help for the whole world.
Again, what is it? Peter, let me be frank and open with you, all right?
Of course.
You've said that they want an exposition here. You've also said that it's quite unusual.
Except?
I know what you're about to say. I know, except that the government wished to announce some major breakthrough or discovery, right?
That's correct.
You said this could help the entire world.
That's my information.
Then my next question is rather obvious. How could you know this much without knowing exactly what the discovery is?
Robert, I've gone this far. Don't you think if I knew, I'd have told you?
You're telling me you have no idea?
None. All I know is what I've told you. The research is top secret. It is being conducted somewhere here in Port Charles. That's the main reason for the exposition to be held here.
You don't even know the field?
Not a clue.
What are we talking about here? High-tech, medical research, scientific experimentation, nuclear energy? I mean, all of the above? What?
That's a lot of territory. I'd have to assume it's one of those areas. But at best, it's only a guess.
Yet this research is the reason you're here. I find it hard to believe they never filled you in.
You were with the WSB, Robert. The State Department works in the same way sometimes, on a need-to-know basis.
Oh, yes, I remember only too well.
And I think you overemphasize my importance. I'm just a sort of leg man for old Foggy Bottom, and I can assure you he does not tell me of his top secret plans.
I know how that goes.
Now, do you believe that I don't know what this discovery is all about?
Sure, I believe you. I'm sorry if I've given the impression of otherwise, but it's just...
Just what?
It's so damned infuriating. There is something going on right under my nose, and I don't know what it is.
Which is frustrating. I know.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be frustrating for too much longer. I can promise you that. I intend to find out what's going on around here.